Order. VA home loan I.E.D. Knowing the difference between closing cost and seller concessions. Stand by to get some. This is Brad Stinson, the Mortgage Marine. Op-Board. Difference between seller concessions and closing cost, and why this is so incredibly important. Now, to understand why this is so important, let's define these two terms. Closing cost. What are these? These are fees that are associated with the real estate transaction, and they're due at, drum roll please, if you said closing, you, my friend, are a genius, right? They're closing costs. They're due at closing. These are fees that are associated with the transaction. So your upfront costs for property taxes, homeowners insurance or escrows, title insurance, appraisal, lender fees, so on and so forth. These are fees associated with the transaction. You get it? Here's a great opportunity for me to address one of the most common myths that I hear each and every day. Yes, the VA home loan has a 0 down payment requirement, 100% financing. However, every real estate transaction has closing costs due at closing, because closing costs are fees associated with the transaction. So you have homeowners insurance, property taxes, title insurance, appraisal, lender fees, so on and so forth. Every transaction has them. Where the loan programs differentiate from each other is the down payment requirement. Conventional has a 5% or higher. FHA has a 3.5% or higher. VA, 0. All right, there's 0 down payment. So if every real estate transaction has closing costs anywhere between 3.5%, you have an additional 3.5 or 5% if you went with a conventional or FHA. And don't forget about mortgage insurance. The other ones, concessions, is a thing of value added on top of the transaction by the home seller or home builder, where the buyer does not incur any additional charges and the seller does not pay anything outside of what's considered customary. Well, that comes directly from Chapter 8 of the VA Lender Handbook. Well, thanks VA for really clarifying that. That doesn't really make any sense. What the heck does this mean? This means the home buyer, me the home buyer, I'm asking the home seller for money to pay for my closing costs. All right, concessions can include a lot of things. It can include the VA funding fee. It includes payment of the closing costs. Also includes gifts, TVs, refrigerators, microwaves, you name it. Payment of discount points. There's another video I'm gonna record on this. Stand by to get some on that one. All right, and lastly, concessions can be applied to credit balances and judgments to help qualify a veteran for a home loan. So you kind of understand and see the difference between the two? Now, concessions are a very common thing in the real estate community. Very common, however, it's just not guaranteed. So plan on 3 to 5% due at closing. Now, you've heard me say it before, and I'll reiterate it again. Who you work with truly does matter. There are many agents out there and many lenders out there that request for seller concessions with something to the effect of, buyer request 3% to be applied towards upfront and prepaid costs. That right there ties my hands as a lender. If the home seller agrees to it, I am legally bound to apply it to the closing cost, because that's how it was worded. However, if you word it as 3% seller concessions, me, the lender, I can apply it to everything that I already defined to you. So that's like everything across the board. So if the home seller is already agreeing to give you $3,000, don't you want to maximize and use all of it? Yeah, you do. Because you deserve it. They gave it to you. It should be your money to be applied wherever. Who you work with truly does matter. The path to home ownership is laden with I.E.Ds. The purpose of these videos is to help you successfully navigate these paths and avoid the I.E.Ds before your deal blows up and get you into a home because veteran home ownership is all I care about. So please, if you like this video, share, subscribe to my channel, share with friends, comment, give me feedbacks. I want to know. My name is Brad Stinson, the Mortgage Marine. Have a great week. Get after it. Certified.